God of War 6 leak confirms new mythology and setting. Rumors about God of War 6 are spreading fast, and fans of the series are more excited than ever. While Santa Monica Studio has not officially announced the game yet, reliable industry insiders suggest that Kratos and Atreus may soon be heading into a new mythology and a new land. For almost 2 decades, the God of War series has given players unforgettable adventures across ancient Greece and more recently ancient Scandinavia. In the Greek saga, Kratos fought gods like Ares and Zeus. In the Norse saga, he faced Odin, Thor, and the mighty world serpent. Both storylines wrapped up beautifully, leaving fans wondering what comes next for the Ghost of Sparta. According to Tom Henderson, as we all know and we have already talked about it, a well-known gaming insider, the next chapter may take Kratos and Atreus to ancient Egypt. Henderson claims that Kratos will wield a new weapon that looks like a curved Egyptian sword, possibly a khopesh, a traditional Egyptian blade shaped like a sickle. This detail is important because the weapon hints at the mythology Kratos may be stepping into. The Egyptian pantheon is full of powerful gods like Ra, Anubis, Osiris, and Horus, each tied to the mysteries of life, death, and the afterlife. Fans believe this setting could allow Santa Monica Studio to mix massive set pieces with deep storytelling, similar to how the Greek saga once did. One fan even commented online saying, "I love the Norse saga, but I am hoping the Egyptian saga is more fantastical and brings back some of the epic moments from the Greek saga. Egyptian gods are powerful, magical, and shouldn't be made too realistic." The excitement for Egypt is not random. In God of War Ragnarok, there's a subtle hint during a boat dialogue where Kratos admits that the Egyptian gods were somewhat likable and ruled with humility. This is one of the rare times Kratos has spoken kindly about another pantheon. It gave players hope that Egypt was already on the developer's mind. Fans believe that Egypt makes sense for a fast and few reasons because the mythology is vast, with gods, monsters, and afterlife themes that perfectly match God of War storytelling. The deserts, pyramids, and temples would create fresh, stunning environments compared to snowy Midgard or mountains Olympus. Kratos' past attitude towards the Egyptian gods suggests that the story could be different, maybe less about blind rage and more about complex alliances and challenges. Other possible settings could include, while Egypt is the top fan choice, it isn't the only suggestion. Some of the God of War Reddit fans have debated which mythology should come next. The most popular answers include Egyptian mythology for its gods and iconic weapons. The other one is Aztec mythology with its gods of the sun, water, and sacrifice. Other one is Celtic mythology with druids, fae, and mystical landscapes. And Japanese mythology featuring yokai, samurai, and gods like Amaterasu. Even wild suggestions like Mayan gods or jokingly Scientology. With so many possibilities, one thing is certain: whichever path Santa Monica Studio chooses, the world will be rich with lore, gods, and epic battles. When could we see God of War 6? It has been almost 3 years since God of War Ragnarok was released. Normally, Santa Monica Studio takes several years to craft a full game, so it is not surprising that nothing official has been announced yet. However, most insiders believe development is already underway. If God of War 6 truly focuses on Egypt, we may see Kratos wielding the khopesh or scimitar, Atreus continuing his journey as Loki, perhaps exploring new shape-shifting powers, encounters with legendary beings like Anubis, god of death, or even Ra, the sun god, and multiple choices, and might be a deeper story where not all gods are enemies, giving the saga a new direction. And guys, God of War 6 accidentally confirmed and you probably missed it. Where will Kratos head next? Santa Monica Studio is cooking something up and it smells like a lot like God of War 6. It's autumn at least here in the northern hemisphere, and it's most definitely put me in the mood for some more God of War. Remembering Ragnarok, it's hard to believe, but we are now approaching the 3rd anniversary of God of War Ragnarok. When it was first released, players all over the world were glued to their screens, guiding Kratos and Atreus through their emotional journey in the 9 realms. For many fans, it wasn't just a game but a seasonal memory. People recall playing it as the cold, dark nights or winter rolled in, feeling completely immersed in that rich mythological world. Since then, a lot of fans say the same thing every year. They just want to experience a bit more of the magic again. The series has become a form of escapism, letting players step away from real life for a while and dive into epic battles, heartfelt storytelling, and jaw-dropping environments. While it doesn't look like we will get another full God of War game this year, there are reasons to believe something big is coming. Earlier in 2025, Santa Monica Studio Studio posted 2 job listings, one for a quest designer and another for a senior technical narrative designer. On their own, job ads doesn't sound too exciting, but here's the important part. The description specifically mentioned that having knowledge of God of War would be helpful. They also talked about working on an unannounced project. To many fans and industry insiders, this feels like a clear sign that the next mainline God of War game is in development. Should anyone really be shocked? Not at all. God of War is one of the biggest PlayStation franchises ever, and it continues to sell millions of copies with so many popularity. Sony and Santa Monica Studio would never simply walk away from Kratos' story. So now comes the tricky question, when can we actually expect God of War 6? Looking at the series history helps. The 2018 God of War reboot and 2022's Ragnarok had 6 years between them. If the same schedule is followed, that could mean we won't see the next big game until 2028. Of course, that's not set in stone. Development timelines can change, especially if Santa Monica Studio splits its focus. There are whispers online about possible spin-off, such as a smaller Metroidvania-style God of War games or even a remaster of the original trilogy. If those projects are real, they could slow down the release of God of War 6 even further. Realistically, the best-case scenario is that we might get an official teaser or reveal in the next 18 months or two. Until then, fans will need to be patient. And some believe that Kratos may return to Greece, perhaps revisiting his old home or facing the consequences of the chaos. But it's confirmed that the Egyptian setting, with leaks and rumors pointing towards Kratos wielding a khopesh, which is a carved Egyptian sword, and this is truly exciting possibility. And some fans also suggest that something totally new like Aztec, Celtic or Japanese mythology each would bring unique gods, creatures and landscapes. Whatever path Santa Monica Studio chooses, expectations are sky high. Fans want something that feels fresh and magical but still holds the emotional weight and epic battles that God of War is known for. So finally, God of War Ragnarok may be 3 years old now, but the fire surrounding the franchise has not faded. Players are still hungry for more, and every hint from job listings to insider rumors suggests that the journey of Kratos and Atreus is just the beginning. The only challenge is time. If history repeats itself, we may be waiting several years before we can step into Kratos' boots again. But whether it's Greece, Egypt or somewhere entirely new, one thing is certain: when God of War returns, it will be huge. For now, fans will have to hold on, revisit the older games and keep speculating about where the Ghost of Sparta's path leads next. But for right now, nothing is confirmed. Santa Monica Studio has not made any announcement, so everything should be taken with caution. But the rumors, fan discussions and leaks all point strongly towards Egypt behind the next adventure for Kratos and Atreus. Fans are clearly ready. One user also pointed the Egyptian pantheon is a whole other level of power compared to the Greek and Norse. If Kratos goes there, things are going to get crazy. Until an official reveal, all we can do is wait. But if these leaks are true, God of War 6 may be the most epic chapter yet. So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Do you want Kratos and Atreus to battle the gods of ancient Egypt, or would you rather see him return to Greece and face the shadows of his past? Maybe you would prefer something totally different like Aztec or Japanese mythology. Let me know in the comments below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts on God of War 6. What should we take us next? And until then, hit the bell icon, bro, and subscribe our channel for more notifications. And thank you for all the love and support you guys have given us. Take care, stay tuned for more updates, and see you all in our next video. This is Capix Gaming, and goodbye.